me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine.
Welcome to Greenlight Maine. We have a great show tonight. I'm Julian Gervais, and this is our All-Star Series where we are promoting some of the best from the past 5 seasons. Tonight, we have 2 entrepreneurs with a track record for success. We're going to meet them in a moment, but first we're going to say hello to our expert judges who have so much experience in this world of technology. First up is Nick Rimsa from Tortoise Labs. Hi.
Hey there, I'm Nick Rimsa. I'm a product designer from Tortoise Labs. We are a software design and development team based in Waterville. Very excited to be here. Thank you.
Awesome. Welcome, Ashleigh Briggs. It's so good to see you, Ashleigh.
Hi, thank you for having me. My name is Ashleigh Briggs, and I'm the owner of Briggs Solutions for Business. And I have a consulting company, and we focus on helping businesses increase their revenue through improved customer experiences, mostly in the digital world. And I'm based out of Bangor, Maine.
Nice. And finally, welcome Justin Hafner, our first ever college season winner. It's so good to see you too.
Yeah, I'm really excited to be here. I'm Justin Hafner. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Kinotek. As Julian mentioned, honored to be the inaugural winner of the college season and really excited to be here today and see some awesome pitches.
Great. Well, we're going to talk to you in just a few minutes. It's time for our first pitch. This company was designed to keep college students safe after a night on the town. Let's watch Tip Whip.
Hello, fellow Mainers. My name is Spencer Wood. I'm the founder and CEO of Tip Whip, the free ride-sharing app exclusively for college students. A lot's changed since the last time I was on Greenlight Maine. I added a dog named Chili. I got facial hair and a couple other things as well. But our main mission at Tip Whip, to get students home safely no matter how much money they have in their pockets, remains the same. To give you a refresher of what Tip Whip is as a company, I'm going to replay the first time we were on Greenlight Maine. I guess that's our cue to roll the
So Tip Whip started on a cold January night back in 2014 at the University of Maine, Orono. A friend called me from a local bar. He was real drunk, couldn't drive home, didn't have enough money for a cab ride, so he called me asking for a favor. Said no problem, picked him up, drove him home. He gave me his last couple bucks, and from there, an idea was born. So that was how Tip Whip came about. So Tip Whip is an exclusive tip-based ride-sharing mobile app for a closed population college students. So every driver and every rider is a currently enrolled student. And what makes us even cooler is that it's like modern-day hitchhiking. There are no fees for rides, but tips for good service are encouraged. When we started, I was by myself. I just had people like friends calling my cell phone. Eventually started getting my roommates to drive. We just launched our mobile app in February. We now have 36 drivers. We have over 2,000 kids that are using our app at one school, and we've moved over 6,000 kids in about 4 months.
Wow, that was a blast from the past, huh? What do you think about me with facial hair, bud? Since then, Tip Whip has over 11,000 downloads nationwide. We've launched in over 15 different college campuses around the U.S., from the University of Georgia, Clemson, Coastal Carolina, to the University of Michigan, all the way out to the University of Oregon. We now have nearly 600 drivers, and those drivers have transported over 65,000 college students around the country without charging a penny. Thanks to our local and corporate sponsors like Bangor Savings Bank, Orono Brewing Company, Hannaford's, and Live and Work in Maine, thousands and thousands of college students have gotten home without giving a dollar. Due to the global pandemic, Tip Whip has paused operations nationwide while we figure out the best and safest way to move into the future. If we were to win Greenlight Maine, we would reinvest the money into our nationwide relaunch on each campus, making sure the students knew that we were back and better than ever. So climb in, buckle up, and remember, you can't put a price tag on a college student's safety. Please vote for Tip Whip and watch us change the world.
Spencer, you are making a lot of parents and faculty happy by keeping all these students safe. So good for you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, let's kick off the questions with Nick. Go for it.
Thanks. Hey, Spencer, congratulations on the upcoming relaunch. I'm curious if you can tell us a little bit more about your strategy behind the relaunch and how you plan to keep your customers safe.
Absolutely. So we actually pivoted pretty strong. Once COVID came out, we've actually partnered with the United Way of Eastern Maine. So what we've actually done is use our database and our network of kids and drivers to actually help volunteer with the United Way, whether that be drivers delivering groceries or medication and things of that nature, because they've already gone through background and motor vehicle checks, all the way to just sending out emails to our thousands of riders, asking them for donations or if they have time to volunteer and things of that nature. In terms of the safety, that was the biggest reason why we put things on pause this fall, was to kind of see how the universities and the states and towns handled everything. I think we're getting a lot closer to having, stronger regulations and having more support in terms of what does look like right and wrong in that sense, because, we want to make sure that the health and safety of all of our riders and drivers is obviously top priority for us. So I'm confident that we're going to kind of follow what the university decides to do in the springtime and move forward the best that we can.
Great attitude. Okay, Ashleigh.
Spencer, such a great idea, and always great to be keeping students safe and at a low cost, of course. I know things are a bit unknown around the virus right now, but do you have any idea on when you might be able to officially launch a restart?
Well, we're hoping for the spring. So we're still confident and we are still ready to rock and roll really at any time. I think once we again find the confidence in the game plan from the university's perspective, from the town's perspective, and then a state perspective, we can really tailor it a lot better. And our goal really is to be fully operating again with, mask policies and things like that moving into the spring semester. But again, we really want to make sure that we are following the university and college and the town's recommendations and how we should move forward. So with any luck at all, we will be working with them closely and figure out the way to help and also do the right thing for everybody involved.
Justin.
Hey, Spencer, great pitch. I'm a big fan of Tip Whip, rider myself. My question around is, what's your business model? How do you make money?
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. So the business model is really a marketing advertising strategy. We have partners, both corporate and local, that sponsor student rides, newsletters. We do default screens. We host, gatherings and things of that nature. So we're really a marketing advertising platform using ride sharing as the vehicle to do that for our clients.
Awesome.
Excellent job, Spencer. And I'm sure parents and faculty everywhere sleep easier, all because of you. All right, we need to take a quick break. We're going to be right back with our second pitch, so don't go away.
It's the spirit of New Englanders that inspires all of us to do more. It's in our employees, our customers, and our communities. Every day we do more because at Bangor Savings Bank, we truly believe you matter more.
Whether you're cutting edge or looking at a traditional industry in a whole new way, if you want to innovate and if you want to grow, if you're an organization here in Maine, we want to support you. We're the Maine Technology Institute.
Eaton Peabody, a Maine-based law firm serving generations of Maine businesses and families from offices in Augusta, Bangor, Brunswick, Ellsworth, and Portland.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. Our second company is providing the ultimate outdoor experience with an app. From season 1, let's watch Chimani.
Hi, my name's Kerry Gallivan, and I'm the founder and CEO of Chimani. Think about the last time you went up to Acadia, or Baxter State Park, or Moosehead Lake. You probably didn't use a gazetteer. You probably turned on your GPS, your Google Maps, or your Apple Maps, whether it was on your phone or in your car, and you headed up there. Well, they do a great job at getting you there. But what about when you actually arrived? Did it tell you about what to do? No, probably not. And that's actually where Chimani comes in. We're addressing this fundamental problem that exists. Most people are using Google Maps and Apple Maps these days as part of their travel experience. And when they get to these destinations, if they want to do anything outside, there's an incredible lack of data. The reliability of that data is very questionable. And then there's also very limited information, such as Acadia might just have a 2-sentence description for the entire park. And yet, 1 out of every 2 Americans this year will participate in outdoor recreation at least once. And 68% of 25-year-olds say the #1 barrier to accessing outdoor recreation is access to information. That's where Chimani comes in. We're building a one-stop platform that helps people get access to reliable, quality information for outdoor recreation. We're building detailed guides for large destinations such as national parks, as well as statewide destinations such as visiting Maine. They include all of the core recreational activities that you would do. Everything from scenic byways, to local fishing holes, to local beaches, to nature preserves and hikes. It's all contained in a single platform, which is not only available on your phone, but also available directly within your car. So what makes Chimani unique also is that we actually make these experiences fun. We include a Pokemon Go-like game that helps you unlock and record and capture memories of your visits by being physically in these places. Then we also are unique with our partnership with Subaru. We're available in over 1 million vehicles around the country, which help you first find inspiration and discovery directly within your car, and then transfer it to our mobile app. Our business model is simple. It's a subscription, which is available annually for $30 a year. To date, every week, over 35,000 people use Chimani to help them experience. And they collect over 5,000 unique arrowheads as part of our gaming system. And we onboard over 2,000 new users every single week. Now more than ever, people need to be getting outside. And Chimani is here to make that experience happen. Thank you.
Kerry, this is a game changer for people traveling and exploring the world, and no pun intended, because it's just revolutionary. So kudos to you.
Great, thanks so much.
All right, Justin, kick us off.
Yeah, Kerry, awesome work and congrats on all the success. It's a really exciting time. I was just wondering, what are your partnership plans beyond Subaru?
Yeah, that's a great question. We really see an excellent opportunity to work with other automobile companies. The Subaru partnership is really proving to be a really effective acquisition channel for us. So really, our ultimate goal is to be the default OEM outdoor discovery app on any car. Essentially, Chimani is going to be ubiquitous on vehicles as they become more and more integrated with operating systems.
Ashleigh.
Kerry, as an outdoor enthusiast myself, I love the idea of this app. And one of the things that I've been wondering about is how is all the information populated to the app so that there's more and more all the time?
Yeah, so it's a combination of working with professional writers, but then also relying on user-generated content. So we really we like to begin with working with travel writers and outdoor writers, and really kind of using the Lonely Planet guidebook model. There's still a strong belief that researched information is really the best starting point for a visitor. And then building off of that, when you get more real-time information submitted from a user, photos and comments on conditions. So it really is a combination, but it really starts with working with professional writers.
Great. Nick.
Hey, Kerry, congrats. And just to echo Justin's point, that Subaru deal, I mean, wow. Could you tell us how that came together?
Yeah, so we were fortunate to have a long relationship with Subaru back in 2015, their advertising agency actually approached us and wanted to do a 3-year sponsorship in ramping up for the centennial of the National Park Service. So fortunately, they came to us. They knew that we could do the work, and then they were thinking about their plans moving forward, and it was a perfect opportunity. So once again, they came back to us and asked to work with us.
That's amazing. Okay, Justin, another question.
Yeah, so I know you mentioned you have a subscription-based model, but when you do these partnerships such as Subaru, how is your business model changing, or how does that work on an enterprise level?
Yeah, so I mentioned it as an acquisition channel because I think the mechanics of trying to do an in-app purchase directly within the car, there are challenges related to that. So really what we see that is really taking the freemium component of our mobile app and really enabling that and embedding it within the cars. And that's really what you see within the Subaru model. And then because naturally when people get to destination, they move from vehicle to device. And that's where that natural handoff occurs. And then that's the trigger point for our conversion for a subscription.
We have time for one quick question, Ashleigh.
I'll use that as a jumping point. That conversion rate for the Subaru partnership, do you have an idea of what that conversion rate is and what it might be in the near future?
Yeah, so unfortunately, we don't have precise data because the data that we're using to test track other conversions, those tools just aren't there because we just sort of built it. The best we can see right now is anecdotal data in terms of how many users express that they've learned about us and then they reach out, because we have a special promo code that we are using with subscription conversions within Subaru. So right now, just anecdotal data, and as we build it up, we hope to have more tools around that.
Great, all good stuff. Good for you, good for the state of Maine, good for people traveling and hiking outdoors everywhere. So thank you so much, Kerry.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, our judges are gonna talk this out, so don't go away.
Through their efforts to support Maine entrepreneurs who are growing our economy, Greenlight Maine is making our state a better place to start and operate a business. For these efforts and the creation of a robust entrepreneurial ecosystem, the Harold Alfond Institute for Business Innovation at Thomas College is proud to be a sponsor of Greenlight Maine.
ARB's advisors are providing savvy solutions to Greenlight Maine startups, closely held businesses, and organizations that operate internationally. And we're doing it the way you'd want Mainers to, guided by our local, sensible values.
It's the spirit of New Englanders that inspires all of us to do more. It's in our employees, our customers, and our communities. Every day we do more because at Bangor Savings Bank, we truly believe you matter more.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. Okay, judges, our viewers at home want to know what you think. Chimani and Tip Whip. All right, Nick, go for it.
Thanks. I mean, tough decision. It's really, really exciting to hear from both companies. Tip Whip, hearing about how Spencer has figured things out through COVID, and hearing from Kerry about how he has grown Chimani just through partnerships. I mean, those partnerships are pretty amazing. I think that those are the two things that stood out for me. What do you think, Ashleigh?
I would agree. I think both companies are doing phenomenal jobs, especially through these really challenging past couple of months. And those challenges certainly are not going to be cleared out of the way anytime soon. Tip Whip looking at a very uncertain spring and our students coming back in the next month or so. And Chimani really looking at that next round of funding to bring everybody back on board. Justin.
Yeah, obviously both affected by COVID, just like so many other small businesses and startups around the U.S. and the world. I was really, one thing that was pretty obvious between both is they have a lot of grit. They're both really determined. They're going to push this through no matter what kind of gets in their way, which is exciting to see. I think I would have liked to hear a little bit more about the market size and potential from both companies, just, where they both could head, upon either winning Greenlight Maine or, even into next year, how their numbers could really change positively or negatively. But overall, really impressive.
Yeah, they both have positive attitudes. They know they're going to be around for a long, long time. You guys learn a lot off camera. So Chimani is raising $1.5 million in seed money. That's a huge nut to crack, but he's plowing forward, and he said that he retains 65% of his subscribers. That's impressive. And then TipWhip too. I mean, they've got a lot of sponsors, Bangor Savings Bank being a big sponsor, which is a partner of ours. So that's great. So let's just have a quick closing comment for each of you. Nick.
Sure. I think what was really exciting to hear as well is both of them are set to stay in Maine and grow their businesses here. So, I think despite the fact that Kerry and his team are ready to fundraise this huge amount, that they're ready to stick around, and Spencer, of course, is too.
Ashleigh.
One of the things that I really liked about both companies as well is they both went back to their roots and got really lean as companies go, and really started to get slow with their growth so they can rebuild at an appropriate speed as the markets start to rebound. Yeah,
and I think overall, both companies, no matter what the outcome here is, they're going to be it's going to be a brighter future ahead, and they're going to push through. I'm really excited for a positive outcome.
Absolutely, they're both winners. Well, thank you so much. You have done such an amazing job being our judges. We appreciate all your expertise. So come back and see us again if you don't mind.
Thank you.
All right, we need to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have our winner, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Today's topic is the 4 most important questions to ask yourself to guide your marketing. They are: who do you want to reach? This is your target audience. What do you want them to feel, think, or do? This is your call to action. How will you measure your results? What tools and what reports? And finally, what is the return that you're looking for? More customers, increased revenue? If you have a clear vision of your answer for each of these 4 questions for every piece of your marketing, you'll see increased results.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. Today's inspiring Mainer is Isla Dickerson, who is the Senior VP and Director of Marketing, Community, and Public Relations at Bangor Savings Bank. And Isla is here for our very important announcement. It's a very big day. We are launching a new series called Elevating Voices, which is a celebration of diversity in Maine businesses. Isla, tell us about your creative vision behind this program.
I'd just love to share that this show was the result of the effect of George Floyd's murder, the pandemic, and also the fact that our small Maine businesses, which are our lifeblood and really contribute to our economy and our way of life here in Maine, were struggling to survive. And at the same time, there was this clear and emerging need to raise awareness of and a celebration of diversity, equity, and inclusion. And I kept thinking that all of those things happening separately and at the same time were connected. And for a few weeks, I turned those events and their relationship to each other over and over in my mind. I was really trying to find a way, to see a way to help and to lift up and to make a positive and meaningful difference that could reach out and influence others to make change for the better in our state. And what I realized then was that what I know best in marketing is the power and influence of language and imagery and storytelling. A show, a series, a movie, those are all the result of combining those 3 elements. And having worked with Con Fulham and the Greenlight Maine team, his incredibly talented team on that series for several years, I knew that there was no one better at telling the stories of Maine businesses and people than his team. So I called Con and asked if he'd be willing to consider developing a series that featured the stories and contributions of diverse Maine business owners to our culture and to our communities and to our economy. And Con said yes. And so here we are today on the brink of introducing an absolutely wonderful storytelling series.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for partnering with Greenlight Maine on this project. We are so appreciative, and you are so inspirational, a perfect person to be an inspiring Mainer. And we'll be right back after this with today's winner, so don't go away.
Through their efforts to support Maine entrepreneurs who are growing our economy, Greenlight Maine is making our state a better place to start and operate a business. For these efforts and the creation of a robust entrepreneurial ecosystem, the Harold Alphon Institute for Business Innovation at Thomas College is proud to be a sponsor of Greenlight Maine.
Whether you're cutting edge or looking at a traditional industry in a whole new way, if you want to innovate and if you want to grow, if you're an organization here in Maine, we want to support you. We're the Maine Technology Institute.
It's the spirit of New Englanders that inspires all of us to do more. It's in our employees, our customers, and our communities. Every day we do more because at Bangor Savings Bank, we truly believe you matter more.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. We're moments away from finding out who the winner is, but it's important to note that both of these companies, Chimani and Tipwit, are forging ahead during these COVID times, and they deserve all the credit in the world for not giving up and not giving in. Judges, in the count of three, show us the winner. 3, 2, 1. And that means Chimani is this week's winner and is moving on to the next round. Congratulations, Kerry.
Woo! Right on. Thanks so much. We're excited to get to the next stage.
That's going to do it for us. We have a lot of resources on our website, so please check out greenlightmaine.com if you or someone you know are thinking about starting a business, and you can see all of our episodes there as well. We appreciate all your comments, so please keep them coming on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We'll see you back here next week. Have a great night.